proactive expectations. Give me a thumbs up if you have 2 instances. Okay? Raise your hand if you still only have 1. I have 2. Okay. All right, that's okay. Hold on a second. Let's see what is coming up next, and then we can adjust accordingly. Thank you guys so much. Okay, yes. So what I'm gonna have you guys do is, if you didn't get to finish, isn't just y'all two, are you almost done? Okay, just quickly script it in right now. For the rest of us up here, we are gonna go ahead and, let's think about this. What's going to be the impact if we have clear and thought out directions in every part of the lesson? What? It's gonna go smooth. It's gonna flow. Why? Why is it gonna be smooth and why is it gonna flow? If for every transition we've thought it out. Yes, we can go.
Because of the first thing from the quote, clear is kind and
Yes, I did not pay her to say that quote again. Exactly. Clear is kind. Okay. Clear is kind. Absolutely. Okay. You guys have done a stellar job of including the AGT, of putting the MBPT. I appreciate how y'all are like giving each other feedback and like leaning on one another and receiving it from me. Thank y'all so much. So now, this is what you were talking about, Brendan. Okay. So we get their attention. We tell them what to do, but it doesn't stop there. We can then put up another guardrail to keep it going, because you know they may start off, okay, yes, miss, and then slowly starts happening, okay? So we want to reinforce with behavior narration, okay? We're going to talk about what, why, when, and how. Positive narration. Raise your hand if you've heard it. Okay? You've heard that term before. All right. Let's say, for example, I say, okay, eyes on me, voices off in 3. Eyes on me, voices off in 2. And 1. Okay. When I say go, you're going to take 5 minutes to silently and independently read chapter 3 from our novel. Go. What is that going to sound like? Okay. Thank you, Sarah, for already getting started reading independently and silently. Okay. If I said here, okay, eyes on me, voices off in 3, 2, and 1. When I say begin, you're going to complete questions 1 through 4 with your table groups at a level 1. Questions 1 through 4, table groups, level 1. You have 10 minutes, begin. Okay. Group 3 has already started working with their table groups on question 1 at a level 1. Thank you. Okay. What do you notice already about the reinforcement? What do you notice about the connections between the two? The reinforcements and the expectations. What connections do you see? Yeah, I'm gonna have Asia start first.
Just restating the assignment. Like,
Which
thank
part?
you for what reading silently. Thank you for what you started your multiple choice
Yes.
at level 1. So.
Yes, good. Thank you, Asia. So restating those expectations, yeah, and Zika?
giving a model for the students to work off of, as well as positive reinforcement. So instead of Johnny isn't reading, it's John knows that Sarah's reading, so he must read.
I love that, okay? Because something that is true is that from my experience, if I got their attention, I gave expectations, and there were some people who weren't really starting, if I started praising, okay, thank you Catherine and Kennedy for already getting started, thank you Asia for being silent, thank you Eric for getting started, good job. Jamal's like, get started, hold on a second, right? You're reinforcing and you're inadvertently saying your expectations again. And think about positive classroom climate. What does this do for that? Huh?
It just boosts it.
Yeah, right? Praise. We talk about praise a lot. We've heard praise a lot come up in these sessions. And I will tell you, it is a powerful tool. Praise is a proactive way to avoid misbehaviors. It just is true. I saw that in the 5 years that I taught. Kids responded well to that. It built a culture where they were like, okay, cool. And also lets them know, I'm looking to see if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? So what are they? Could I please have Nick? Will you read this for us?
Reinforcements are at school to support, strengthen, and reinforce your proactive expectations.
Okay, beautiful. Support, strengthen, reinforce. Okay? Just like we talked about. They acknowledge students who are meeting those actions, and it builds a positive climate. Why do we do it? Okay? Jamal, why do we do it?
We must acknowledge students who have met expectations.
Okay? Cassidy.
We must provide a reminder and model for those who have yet to meet expectations.
Okay? We want to support students. We want to let them know that we see them, that we appreciate what they're doing. When reinforcements happen, right? So we have AGT first. What comes after AGT? MVPT. So we have AGT, MVPT, and then we have reinforcements. You get their attention, you tell them what to do, you thank them for doing it. Okay? That's what that is. And it should come immediately after. Okay? How? You scan the room and you positively, like I said here, you positively point out specific students and their specific actions that are aligned to the proactive expectations like Asia was saying. Okay? This is going to require you, so you're scanning at 2 points. Well, you're scanning really all the time, but the specific 2 times we're scanning are when? When's the first time we're scanning? AGT. Okay? When is the second time we're scanning? Yeah, which will have, so we have to scan right after we what? There we go. AGT, scan, give expectations, scan, reinforce. Okay? Here we go. Yeah, so if I say, for example, okay, I need voices off and eyes on me in 3, voices off, eyes on me in 2, voices off and eyes on me in 1. Thank you, table 1, for having your voices off and eyes on me. Okay, class, we're ready to go. We're gonna have 2 minutes to silently and independently answer questions 1 through 2. We are going to silently and independently answer questions 1 through 2. Go. Thank you, Gloria, for getting started. Thank you, Jamal, for already getting started. Oh, thank you, table 1, for already getting started. Good. Keep going. Boom, that's it. It seems like a lot when you're like scripting it out and thinking about it, but in the moment it goes more like this. It's really fast, okay? How are we feeling? Let's do a scale. From a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most confident, 1 being like, I have no idea what's going on, 5 being most confident, 1 being, I don't know what's going on. Where are we right now with everything we've talked about? Ooh, feeling good. Okay, good, yes. See, 4s, we've got all 4s and 5. I got a little bit of this going on. 4s and 5s, good. That makes me happy because, y'all, this is like the first session we're doing on this. And you're going to continue to get to practice that, and you're going to be able to keep practicing in part 2. You guys are killing it. You're doing great. Okay? So, yes, we've already talked about this. So go ahead and overview silently to yourself. Go ahead and look at the board and read that example right here. Okay? Silently read that. Give me a thumbs up when you're done. Okay. All right. Cool. Did I get thumbs up from you yet? Okay. I know. All right. Silently. Yeah. I will say that when you are reinforcing, you should reinforce the thing that you really need them to do. So it's like reinforcing the silent part, right, and emphasizing that part well. All right. So specific students. We're going to talk about the criteria for success. Okay. Specific students, specific actions, aligned to proactive expectations, and at least 3 to 5 reinforcements in 1 minute. I would say you could start with 3. That's how many I usually did, like 3. Because you don't want to go too much and then it becomes very distracting. Because what I will say is that I have seen when I go into classrooms, like you release kids to work. Okay, thank you, Brenda, good job. Okay, Nick, you're doing great on questions 1 and 3. Okay, Eric, great job. Gloria, yep, keep going. You're doing great. Asia, what's happening right there? What am I doing? Even though I mean well and I am positively reinforcing, what's happening right there to the learning space?
Distracting.
You're like, girl, be quiet. I need to think right now. Like, I am doing what I'm supposed to do. Now you be quiet, right? So you have to put a parameter around yourself to not do too much. Okay, not do too much. It's a fine balance. All right. So we get their attention. We tell them what to do. We take them for doing it. All right. So I showed you this example, right? In the student work, we put in the AGT and we put in the expectations. We've already done 2 instances of that. Gloria and Cassie, are y'all good with those? Were you able to? Okay, wonderful. We're now going to add in reinforcement. So you may say, I have no idea who these people are, Erica. Make it up, okay? Get creative. The name you always wanted to have yourself. Just put a specific name in for reinforcement. So for example, here, I see Javier talking with his partner at a level 1. Brendan has started sharing answers with his partner. Carla is sharing her answers at level 1 with her partner. Okay? You find what feels best for you. And you'll notice who are the specific students? Yeah, okay. What are their specific actions? Yeah, talking at a level 1, yeah. How is it aligned to the expectations? Could I hear from Asia? How is this aligned to the expectations?
Let's see, talking with this partner at a level 1, he restated the volume.
Yep.
And sharing the answers at level 1, so yeah.
Yeah, with who?
With your partner.
Yeah, partner. So the good thing is you're not creating a whole new conversation. You're literally just restating what you've already restated. So that helps. Okay, so what I'm going to have y'all do, if you're going to go back to those 2 instances that you scripted in, and you are going to add in 3 to 5 reinforcements as realistically as possible for both sets of expectations. So the AGT expectations are there. You're scripting in 3 to 5. Specific, okay? Fake names, okay? Or you can use names of people. You can use my name, okay? All right. You got a jokester in here, okay? We're gonna do 8 minutes independently, and then we'll bring it back. Thanks all for staying. I know this is a long session. Y'all are rocking it. Okay, y'all. So, we're good on time. Okay, so love it. Something that I noticed as I was over there giving some more feedback is that I heard people like already practicing. Good for y'all. That's great. And I think it's kind of instinctual of like when you explain it, sometimes it just makes more sense to do it like how you're gonna do it. And you're getting yourself ready because in Proactive Expectations Part 2, y'all are gonna be ready to like stand up and deliver. And that was the whole like goal of this session, was to just get that confidence up. You're gonna be using those exact things that you scripted. So you guys are gonna be ready for the next part. And I'm excited for you all for that. So we already did this. Give me a thumbs up if you were able to share with your partners like what you had put. Okay, beautiful. So what I'm gonna have you do now is this. So for part 2, you are gonna be standing and delivering expectations. You're going to be standing delivering your AGT, your expectations, and your reinforcements. Sometimes it's like just a lot to kind of wrap your brain around. Everything we do, especially when we think about week 3, when we're gonna do a lot of stand and deliver and practice and feedback, we want to anchor ourselves in the criteria for success, okay? So we should make sure that we're harnessing our authoritative teacher presence, okay? We should make sure that we are doing an attention getter. Who can tell me about authoritative teacher presence? How could we describe someone who is an authoritative teacher?
Yeah, someone doesn't like push phones, or somebody doesn't let them use phones.
Okay. Okay, I heard warm and firm. Warm and firm. If there are only 2 things you remember about authoritative, it's warm and firm. I am telling you exactly what you need to do. I have high expectations for you, but I still love you. And actually, I'm holding high expectations for you because I do love you, okay? I do care about you. So authoritative teacher presence, attention getter, okay? And you're gonna scan and wait. MVPT expectations are positively framed and concise. 3 to 5 reinforcements identify specific students and actions and are aligned. This is the CFS. I went into proactive expectations part 2 and I pulled it from there. So when you stand and deliver, like in the room, you're gonna be getting feedback on these things. So what I'm gonna have y'all do is this. I'm gonna have you create an anchor chart, okay? And on the anchor chart, you're literally gonna put this as a title and these 5 steps, okay? So you have markers in the middle of your table. I'm gonna have you do this in groups of 2. So I'm gonna actually have you work with someone that's not at your table because we've been with our tables a lot. So I want you to get up, find someone from a different table. You'll only need your body. But you can spread out, use this table that's not used here. Okay? We're gonna get an anchor chart. And this will help you as you are practicing that you can refer to it as you go. Okay? So here's one, you find a partner. Okay? Go ahead and find your partner first. I'm sorry, that was a terrible example of proactive expectation. Like, that was crazy. Find your partner. Find your partner. You're not getting an anchor chart. You gotta come to the meet with your partner. Who's your partner?
Okay.
All right. Who's your partner? Also, I haven't forgotten to talk about money on here. Oh, okay. I promise. I didn't do for second though, but that's partner? Okay, does everyone see the markers? Yeah, it's in your little. Then you have a partner, Penny? Who's your partner? There you go. Partner? Anyone else? Do you have a partner? Okay.
Me and Kennedy again.
Yes.
That's okay.
That's not fair. No one else is
No big deal.
It is when you're trying to get this bad boy to stick on the wall. Thank you.
Just kill a future tree right there. So.
I'm gonna use it, don't worry. But as a teacher, make sure you're writing on the part that's sticky at the top, okay? Because you're gonna stick it on the wall. Yep. There you go. You can put it on the wall, put it up, perfect. More markers? Yeah.
Are you right here? Are you here?
Do y'all have markers?
Maybe.
Do y'all have markers?
Yeah. So we're writing it.
Mm-hmm.
Writing all those.
Yeah, you're writing this as your title, and then you're having the 5 steps. Make it big enough so you can see, so that as you are practicing, you can refer to it, or the person who's giving you feedback can refer to it. Yep.
So it's like CFS.
Try to get time for 10 minutes. Proactive. PRO.
Oh no, we're not gonna fit all that. Delivering.
Yep. Okay, get crazy with the markers over there, Gloria. Now, next thing I can say is shady on your internet. I love the club head. You love to see it. We love to see it.
All right. For one.
So you want us to write
Huh?
everything?
Yes, you're gonna write this as the title.
Yeah.
And these 5 steps. Okay? We will.
Authoritative.
Yeah.
PH. teacher present.
You gotta go.
No, we're trying to like.
We got, we got, we got. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna say
And you can
five.
make it two. After y'all do all of it, you can make it a little cute.
Wait a
Come on.
minute. You know they say five on there?
Period, two.
No, it say one, two.
Oh my gosh.
It definitely says
Huh?
one.
Sorry, it should be four.
Plus.
Because it should be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Look, I turned around, I would be one of the coaches. I'd be like, you know, they say five, right?
And I need people to tell me because my brain is so broken at this point. Okay? Thank you so much. I apologize about that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I was like, wait.
I was testing you. You got it. You got it.
Look, I literally looked at it. I was like, wait, where's four? I was like, I missed four.
I'm typing down a six. You were like five, and I'm like, yeah, 3 to 5, 3 to 4. Like, I'm still like.
I'm just trying to keep you guys alert. And that's really all I'm trying to do.
Number three.
So like, if I can write it like, on my level, it's gonna be nice and cute. But if it's
you
not,
gotta
it's
reach
not-
up, and
Yeah,
it's gonna be
like,
going
do you
like
see
this,
the
and
difference?
going down, yeah.
You see this? That's crazy. But these is, oh, okay. But this one was like, oh, and then you didn't do it.
Start right up.
You didn't do
and all that.
Redefine reinforcement. Cause this one is important. This one is important.
Oh, I got it. It's okay. I'm gonna look at them all. Okay. So y'all are going to 156 actually. So we're gonna. I'll
Not
be
me.
in 156.
Not
for y'all.
me. But I was in 301 originally, and then they put me in here. So I was gonna be in.
Okay, so you'll probably, because it seems like everyone's gonna go to 156 for part 2. So we just need to make sure that we take these and put them. Oh, I can put them in there. So y'all can refer to them.
All right.
Wait, what's the difference? Like,
What? Which one?
what's the difference? Like when you go to the emergency?
Yeah, it's gonna be different for certain leaders. You should stay with your schedule. But honestly, it seems like everyone's going to 156. So I would say go to 156 and just tell the facilitator, like, hey, I've been traveling with this group. I just want to stay with this group. Unless you want to.
Yeah, but it's right here, right?
Okay, then you should, okay, then you should say your schedule. Thank you for that. You should say your schedule. Pretty. Yeah, you make a little bit beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's take. If you're finished already, you can take a seat. If your group is finished, you can take a seat. If not, it's okay. That was great.
Identify. Identify.
Yeah, so then we're just getting back to the group that we're in.
It's just, it's just going with the flow. Good, yeah, you can put your markers back. It's fine if y'all are still finishing, that's okay. We're gonna bring it back together in 2 minutes. So you can take a break. Put away your markers.
No, literally.
So
And at first I was like, not lunch being later. And then I was like, oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, no, they definitely was pushing it back.
Yeah, because we're snack time.
Right, okay.
It was late.
It was late
And there was
I know, yesterday I was late. I know, people were hangry in my session. It was getting rough. I was like, I'm sorry.
You gotta have an exchange.
Okay, go find your way back to your seats in the next minute. Find your way back to your seats in the next minute, friends. I know, it's live and bright. One of the coaches. 134.
Was that maybe lower height?
We're gonna bring it back together and get started in the next 30 seconds. I know, I got really lucky that Lighting put the space heater here. Everyone can see. remember because you know Miss Kelly. You said that and you said that. Yeah. Okay, so she told us to eat that. Yeah, we'll miss you. And that's the whole thing about like who you are and because like yeah. 5 seconds, we're gonna get started. And I'm thinking, don't do it. I know. Yeah, but I've never seen that. But it's good that you see that because that doesn't actually work. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's find a stopping place. Let's bring it back up here. So I'm gonna have us take a little bit of time to let's give ourselves 2 claps on 2 because y'all have been killing it. This is a long session, and you guys have really showed up and just like produced great work, and I'm really thankful for y'all. So let's do 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. Okay, cool. So I want to have us. Everyone got a sticky note. Go ahead and put that in front of you, please. Everyone should have a sticky note. And I'm going to have us do a little bit of independent reflection. I'm going to have us think about how does being clear and kind contribute to the vision you have for your classroom? What resonated with you most from the session? And how will you apply that to your planning? Let's take 4 minutes to independently just reflect on this. On the sticky note. Seems like most people are finishing up. very squeezed.
Oh, you killed the loser. You ate that.
Okay, sneak up. You're not sneaking
I'm not
up.
sneaking up on anybody today. No, not today.
You're like, nice try.
When I'm coaching, I try to be very confident about my shoes because there's nothing worse than just like everyone's like, well, actually, I have gloves. All right, let's bring it back together.
There's a hot dog in your shoes, maybe.
I wish because I'm starving. Okay, let's bring it back together. Find a stopping place. Let's go ahead and share our responses with our table mates, okay, for the next 2 minutes. Share your responses with your table mates, and then we'll bring it back over. Go ahead.
All right, first question. Vision that's structured, less requirements, clear expectations, become helpful. How long was the class? Excuse me.
Oh, it's till 11:40.
No, how long was the class?
Oh, it depends.
Typical class period.
English will be something that's like 50 minutes. Kind of, yeah. If it's double blocked, it'll be like almost 2 hours. Like an hour and a half, yeah. English is double blocked.
All same students, at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine, I think we have plenty to talk about.
Mm-hmm. I often needed more time, to be honest.
And then positive reinforcement is a tool that resonated with me when I was and I've been trying to implement like some kind of tracking system to make sure that everybody is getting.
Are we talking about the reinforcement again?
So, I actually like the reinforcements because it gives that, instead of somebody doing something like, oh, did it answer correctly?
Safe space.
That clear direction, so that.
And like, Asia.
Yes.
Like Asia said, I just, every student in my class will be recognized.
It would be that, maybe to the system, moving to senior system, to G and the bottom. You give them something you want, but then you have to be more specific, then they interpret it. Yeah, I was saying this therapy, see the stories with G and the bottom, when you tell them, I want this, and they interpret it differently.
Oh, no, I haven't.
So we, what's his name, that will give them English. What do you want?
Oh, and then.
It turns into South American drug lord. So you need more specific.
Yeah, you weren't specific enough.
So you were working on, but you were South American drug lord.
Yeah.
Like, cause they don't know, they're never gonna do that.
No, that's a good question. That's a great example. Make sure everyone gets a chance to share. We're gonna bring it back in the next like 30 seconds. Make sure everyone gets to share.
What resonated most with you?
Like framing,
So the nature, right? Yeah. How old are your brothers? 29, 27. About to say practice on that, never mind. They're not. Okay, they're not. All right. Let's bring it back up here. In 3. In 2. All right. And 1. Okay, cool. Thank y'all so much. I want to hear whole group. Okay, I want to hear specifically, one of the two. I want you to share whole group, either 1 or 2, okay? And let's make sure that everyone gets to share. So let's limit it to like 30-ish seconds each, either 1 or 2, okay? And let's start with this table over here. Each of you, 1 or 2, you can share which one you want.
For number 1, I was saying that like for me being fair and kind is hopefully going to contribute to like a positive environment in my classroom, because I really want to create like a warm, safe place where the students feel comfortable speaking up and like answering questions, but also comfortable and like respected by their peers. So hopefully that can promote like that positive classroom culture that we've been talking about.
Thank you for that. So I'm going to talk about what resonated with me. So what resonated with me in this lesson was definitely reinforcement. reinforcements, just because I'm not a reinforcement person, because I like that one-on-one, so going up to the table and saying, hey, okay, you're effectively doing this, that's a great job. But, reinforcement, I think, just making sure it's a positive and it's repetitive on the action that I'm asking you to do, so keeping to that.
Good, I love that was the takeaway. Great, thanks.
Similar to the first one, so basically for me, setting like clear and kind, like expecting being clear and kind. It lets students know since I'm pulling them out of classrooms that this is not a time to like, it's not free time. We're still gonna work on stuff that we need to work on, and I think it'd be good to set those expectations. And
I appreciate that, Kennedy. And Kennedy is a special education teacher. So her role is very different, and so I appreciate Kennedy, you like asking questions to make it more applicable to you. And you'll have a lovely person like Kennedy, hopefully like pushing in your class, pulling students out. And I like how you were able to still make that connection to what it would look like for you. So thank you. Get this back table. Yeah, we can snap. We can snap. Y'all. I know some people. I snap to my husband when he does it. I'm like, oh, I'm just trained to do that. You can snap proudly, okay? Go ahead, Asia.
I just said that being clear and kind will contribute to, I want my classroom to feel like a team, like, you guys can rely on each other the same way you would, like, a teammate on a sports team, and like me as like your coach, essentially, you guys can, rely on me, so, yeah.
Thank you, Asia.
Number 2. So, my biggest thing is to, just shout out all of my students, making sure that all of my students, are just, how can I say it? Just pushing them to do more. And for me, like the reinforcement, part, and that they know that you're walking around. So that piece right there could be like an academically monitored piece.
Yes, that's right.
So, that's a plus, a big plus right there. So just, for your voice to be heard, basically.
Yeah, appreciate that, Jamal. Thank you.
Okay, I'll go with number 1. I said being clear and kind contributes to the vision I have for my class because it will allow students to properly execute expectations.
Sure will. They will. There you go. More natural. Okay, good. Gloria or Eric?
Yeah, definitely number 2. I think for me, what I like this year was that structure of having an AGT, MVPT, and then reinforcements.
Yes.
And I feel like I could do that 4 or 5 different times within the same class period
Yeah.
now. So like, for me, that structure is everything.
So happy to hear that. Yeah, makes a big difference. Thanks. Yes.
First of all, definitely, I love this session. It helped me a lot, and I will do all this, in classroom to get more attention from the students. And I follow all the steps since the beginning of the year, school year.
Yes, from day one, friends. I'm really glad that you found it helpful for you. Thank you, Gloria. Yeah, this table up here.
Yeah, just to reiterate what others were saying, just offering clear and concise expectations to follow every time, so there's no confusion.
Yeah.
Okay, and not to forget adding the positive reinforcements, and clear and positive re-expectations for those who are doing the right thing.
Thank you for that. Yeah. And Nick.
Yes, I go with number 2, so, for me, it's, more so internalizing the MVPT, because, things that, may seem sort of implies to me, like if I say the word independently, to me, it also applies silently. So when you, give, the added expectations without any ambiguity there, it really sets them up for success, because, exactly what I do.
Thank you so much. And I like that you shared like my interpretation, right? It's gonna be very different. It could be different from my students' interpretation. And whether you are, teaching 6th grade or teaching 12th grade, it matters. And it's gonna look different, it's gonna sound different for your authentic self and also the grade level, but it's still gotta be there. So I'm really happy that we got to go through that Catherine had brought up, and I also heard, it was this table you guys were talking about the equity of reinforcement. Could you share, whole group, what you guys were talking about and being equitable in the reinforcement?
Yeah, we were talking, and Nika really was talking about it, like she brought it to everyone's attention about how, like if you're gonna be calling students out like individually, like you need to make sure that you're calling, like over the course of time, like each student's gonna get called out individually, so that way you're not just picking the same people over and over again.
Yeah.
That way everyone feels like they're getting acknowledged. Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody was saying that.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's getting that positive interaction with the teacher.
Yeah.
In front of everyone.
Yeah, because what could happen if we just keep praising the same kids? What might happen? Huh? Favoritism, feelings of inequity. Oh, she's not even gonna shout me out. Why should I try? Or why should I try? So I really value that because making sure that you are equitably, praising kids, not just the kids who are always doing it, but sometimes praising the kids who don't always do the thing is so powerful because then you just start building that habit. So thank you for sharing that. I would say one tip for that is like I would always carry a roster with me and I just check off throughout the classes I did to keep track. Cause y'all, we got a million things on our minds. We're probably not gonna remember, oh, I surely did follow them, so do that, okay? We're gonna end 4 minutes early, but we have to stay in here until 11:40. You guys are amazing. I hope I get y'all again in another session, okay? Thank y'all so much. Thank